Greg had raced for some years before he came to the church. He came to me one day and he said, "Pastor Ron, I want to race, but I don't want to race for myself. I want to race for a good cause." And so we sat down, we talked about it, and the last 3 seasons he's been racing not for himself, but for a lot of children.
Someplace in the world there's an 8-year-old kid, in fact tens of thousands of them, that are starving, that maybe lost their dad or their mom to a war or an epidemic, maybe no parents at all. If it wasn't for the kids and the Abundant Life Race Charity and raising money to help fund the Christian mission trips, I wouldn't be doing it.
But still you don't want to understand.
As people grow up, get older, become adults, there's little opportunity for them to find something that's really life-changing. And for Greg, his involvement with this charity was life-changing. We helped to fund a mission trip to Uganda, put up a 2-room schoolhouse, and there were half a dozen people on the medical team. It builds for them homes, it builds for them schools. It provides these orphans the opportunity to live in a kind of a small community home of 8 and have this surrogate mother take care of them. It provides medical care and attention. And I think most importantly, it provides education. It puts the mortar between the bricks and literally puts a roof over their head. The money that comes in from the winnings and from the sponsorship from the NASCAR Corporation is donated, an amount equivalent to it is donated from driving results to the church. So we've raised over $20,000 in the last 3 years to help fund these mission trips.
Every penny that comes in to us goes right back out with missions. Last year, Greg raced for us, and I'll tell you, the money goes a long way on the streets of India.
This support is transforming the lives of those poor children who would become alcoholics, drug addicts, and HIV patients. We wanted to give a new life to those children. We had in our church only 40 children in the Sunday school, but soon after the Church of Abundant Life started supporting these children, and right now we have about 165 children attending the Sunday school. Their lives are being changed. These are the changes which is brought by this act of charity, and the way they raise money from this charity, it is reaching out to the hundreds of children there living in the streets in India.
We make it possible for them to feed the kids who live on the streets, for medical supplies, schooling. God has just given us this awesome ministry to be able to help the kids.
Race Charity in Church of Abundant Life is about others. We go by the biblical philosophy of taking care of each other, taking care of your brother. It's mainly about putting yourself last, putting others first.
What we do here at the track helps the orphan children. That's amazing that can happen.
His involvement with the church really kind of led to an awakening in him. Seeing that change in him really had a strong impact on me, and that's why I felt that this was just such a positive thing to do.
The relationship here between racing and what we're doing, I guess it is a pretty big thing. God has done a big thing in our life, and that really is the connection there. I believe God's done a big thing in Greg's life, and so it's changed him from racing for himself, perhaps, and racing for someone else and for a bigger cause than himself. And that's pretty big.
If you believe everyone who has some measure of fortune has an obligation, then I think you have to get behind the effort. Do you have to believe verbatim their religious beliefs? I don't think so, but I do believe in my obligation. I believe in my brother, and I certainly believe in the work they're doing. All of us are given certain gifts and talents, and you want to use those to help other people to give back. And that's what we're doing.